Hi there. I just want to give you a little overview of the Petals and Play class. It is going to be so much fun. It is inspired from this painting. I got to share the story with you. I came back from a trip and I knew I wanted to get in another art journaling Zoom class at some point this summer. So I kept thinking, like, what am I going to do? And I had flown and I had just done an art retreat in Ireland, and I was sort of taking a couple days to get over the jet lag. And I kept looking at this painting that was straight ahead of me. I was in my kitchen. It was straight ahead of me, and I kept looking at it thinking, I really like that painting. But I couldn't teach that painting in a 2.5 hour class. It would take, this painting probably be like 15 minutes. So I'll show it to you. But I kept staring at it, and it was right across the house. And I just kept looking at it and looking at it and looking at it. And meanwhile, I was also trying to think, like, what could I do for another art journal class that would be fun, that we could do in a couple hours together before, the fall happens and all these other things, and I'm traveling again. So here's the painting. I was just staring at it. It's a really pretty acrylic. Okay, there we go, because it was out of focus. It's a really pretty acrylic painting. Lots and lots of layers. Similar to the Colorful Joy class that I teach, but in a different palette and probably even a few more layers. But it's little and it's cute, and I just kept staring at it. So then I spent the day just kind of coming up with some new ideas, and I'm really excited to share that this is one of the demos that I did for, let's see, I hope that stays in focus. I had so much fun working on it because I was just thinking of the patterns of that painting and coming up with a design. This one is with acrylics, and in a minute I'm going to show you some art supplies I'm using. This one is with acrylics, with collage, with a whole bunch of different collage materials and a couple mixed media tools, but not too many, and a really fun design pattern to play with. You could do this art in an art journal. You could do it on a clayboard. You could do it on a piece of watercolor paper. You could take the class and do it with me, and then take it again and do it on a different substrate. That's totally fine. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I just want you to really just think about just taking a few hours to have fun and play, because that's what it's all about. And then there'll be a few little items for you to collect before the class, and that's it. Some of the collage papers. If you haven't done art journaling before, if you're brand new to art, it doesn't matter. You can come to the class on any level, whether you've just started, whether you just want a little reset and want to get some creativity going again. This class is for everybody. I'm going to go layer by layer with you, and then you'll be able to ask questions. There'll be a Q&A at the end if you want to share your work. I'd love to see it. I try to keep it to 2.5 hours. Sometimes I can go a tiny bit longer, but the good news is the replay will be in the classroom the next day. So if you can't make it live, or if you're watching this after the live, the video recording will be in the classroom. And what else do I want to tell you? I'm going to flip this camera around so you can kind of see what I'm using. But the main thing I want you to know about the art supplies is whatever I'm using, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you some substitutes. You don't need a whole lot of stuff, and you don't need any fancy things. So let me just show you what I'm using, and then I really hope that you can join me. It's going to be really, really fun. And it's just something to kind of do and get your mind off of other things, and to be creative for just a couple hours is going to do so good for your mental state and for people around you. And you're going to be just filled up with joy, because they are really fun. I like to play and have a good time when I do these classes. So, all right, so hold on. I'm going to flip that camera around. All right, this is the look I'm going for in our class, as sort of a whimsical approach to a mod sort of flair on our botanicals here. My florals and abstract, and some layering with some different papers. I love the Ranger Dilutions art journals. I've been doing a lot of the classes in these art journals, and they have been great. They can hold all the different paints, and they've just been really fun. I also really like this square size. So this journal is about an 8x8, I think. They also have landscape sizes. They have big sizes and small. And this is just a really very good art journal book that I've used a lot of and I really, really enjoy. I know a lot of other artists use it too. So this is Dilutions, Ranger Dilutions Art Journal. You can do this class though, really in any paper you want. So I'm going to be doing it in here, but you could get any watercolor paper if you have some and you don't feel like doing it into a journal because maybe you want to hang it up or frame it or whatever. Watercolor paper is great. Also, aqua board or clay board, that's a new substrate that a lot of people have been using. I think they're great. They're very smooth and it's a board. It's kind of a nice, you can hang them up, you can put it in a frame, but it's nice to have. You could even put it on an easel. So those boards are available at any art store. And I just like this. I like to flip through this book often to kind of look and see like all of the classes that I've done. So I'm going to keep it in here. So this class will be primarily done in acrylics and some mixed media. So what you want besides your paper are your paints. And I'm going to be using a color palette that Nova has, which is, I'm going to be using the fluorescent magenta. I'm going to be using the blue-green, it's like a turquoise color. I will be using the dioxazine, little old flower petal, excuse that, dioxazine violet. I may or may not use a little bit of the yellow-green, but I want to have on hand these types of colors. I want you to know, though, super important, that you don't need Nova. You don't need anything fancy. You could be doing all of this in a basic acrylic by Liquitex or another studio grade paint. You can even get paint at a hobby store and get even some cheapo paint. When you do use cheap paint, though, you might need a few extra layers. So the more expensive a paint is, usually it's because the quality of the paint is better. I'm not telling you to go buy expensive paint. I just wanted you to know for your own experience. If you have a bunch of these bottles at home and that's all you have, just use those and then just see how you kind of like to use it. This is another brand that I love for people who can't get Nova, whether you're out of the state, out of the country, or, they're kind of maybe too expensive. They don't have free shipping, unfortunately. Liquitex Soft Body is a great acrylic to have as well. And then I will be using a couple, I call them, they're either high flow or they're inks. And I just pulled out an ink and let me just grab one. It doesn't matter what you use, but I like to do some of my shading and some of my darker colors. I like to kind of mix in a couple of these, and I just want to show you how I do mine. So I'll probably be using a dark green or a dark blue, and this one has really gotten pretty grody, but I have a little bit left of here, so I'll probably use it. Or you could use Daler Rowney, and I always use like their white. I love using Golden's white as a mixer just to kind of mix into my paints. But I'm also going to put in the classroom a recipe on how to make your own high flow paint. So it's in there if you'd like to make your own at home. You need paint, water, and matte medium. And you're going to be needing those for the class anyway. So if you want, you can grab some little bottles and experiment. Don't worry too much about the paint. We are going to be covering a lot of it up with collage, but it's always kind of fun to play around and experiment with acrylics. So for the brushes, I'm probably going to use a few different brushes. So just have a couple bigger ones and some smaller ones so you can go in and get into some details. And then the bigger ones for the background, they are nice to have on hand. I also want you to have, for brushes, is a kind of a crummy brush. So when we do our gluing. So I have matte medium or Mod Podge you can use to do your gluing. You could even use a glue stick, or you can even use a Tombow tape to put down your collage materials. So either one is fine. This is also fine. And one of the things that I love to use when I'm working on my designs is a chalk pencil. This is a Fancy Pants chalk pencil that somebody gave me, but any chalk pencil would do. And it's a nice way to kind of design something on top of your acrylic layer, and then we can just, brush it off and use it just for a placeholder instead of using a pencil or a pen that you may not need. So a chalk is a great thing to have when you're working with acrylics. I also will be using a signal ball pen, and at the very, very end, and probably a few paint pens, so paint pens are a great little tool to have just for little tiny details, and we'll see. So depending on the time, but a lot of these little details were done with actually a paintbrush, and then some of these white ones were all done with the Signo, and even paint. So I'll show you how I do those. I can grab the end of a paintbrush and have fun making little tiny marks. And then my favorite part of art journaling is actually the collage material. Before the class, you do not have to paint anything, by the way. We'll do that in class together. But I would love for you to grab some scraps. So this is a piece of paper that was given to me by one of my retreat students, and they did some gel pen work on here on a piece of paper that they painted. So that's great collage material. I love patterns to use because they are kind of translucent and really fun. I mean, look how cool that is already. So patterns are always fun to find. Then this was gifted to me. 2 of these were in my last retreat. I was so excited. Different types of tissue papers that have some sort of pattern on them. They're really fun to work with. Everybody was just dying over this one. And so Karen was there and she gave everybody a piece of this tissue paper, which was great. Then even things like, and here's another pattern that's fun. Books, like old books are great. Even little recipe cards, just things that you can kind of cut up that have that cream background color that are really fun. Old pieces of art, old contour drawings on things. That's what that one was that I was ripping up. This old recipe that I found is really cool. So I want you to be thinking about what kind of paper can you gather that we could then create our flowers with. All right, so it's going to be great. I think that's all my things that I need. Yes, it is going to be great. We are going to have, just think of it as playtime, and you can do the class with me layer by layer. You can watch me do the class, but then you can create multiple. So we can work on one together in a journal, and then maybe you could work on a couple actually on aqua board or even on watercolor paper and create smaller pieces, bigger pieces that you could then frame and hang up. So sky's the limit when it comes to creativity. I hope it's gonna be great for you. I think it will be, and I will see you in the classroom. And this was just a little overview, but if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.